Z versus a random. On Shakura's plateau, crime against corn mussels. Don't know either player, so I'm not going to comment. Take it away with the introduction if you wish.
Alright. Spawning in the right side, we have the blue Terran corn mussels. Getting a nice SCV split. And on the left, we have the green Zerg crime. Looks like we have a nice mannered game here at the start. Some good lucks flying around. But we will see if it's still like that near the end of the game.
That's right, and it's going to frame whether or not he wants to go Hellions or not. So we'll see. Hellions are still viable, but they're just harder to do.
Yes, indeed. Looks like we've got up to 9 supply on the Zerg, so no early pulls so far.
That's good.
Maybe a gas trick going down though.
Yeah, possible. Yeah. It is. Now, corn seemed to have a pretty good split there. That's actually not bad for if he's silver or bronze. It's not that bad.
I did play against him in the tourney finals the other day of Captain Kirk's tournament. So I'm really looking forward to see what he does in this tournament and if he can go as far or even farther.
So Barrick's coming down? Did he fast expand against you?
He did a variety of strategies. In one game he proxied me with racks, which I barely held. But he did just a variety of strategies. He does play random, so you have to know quite a few if you're going to be able to play all 3 races.
That is true. That is true.
Zerg player opting not to scout, just using his overlords, while Corn Muscles is sending out an SCV to look around. He scouted cross position first. Not exactly sure why, but always good to know.
Well, usually there's only 2 ways you can spawn. It's either upper or lower, and then if you're on the right, then your opponent's on the left, guaranteed. It says where it is.
I see.
Question.
So there's no vertical spawning on this make?
No, MLGs. Right. That's only on the MLG Antigua. So right, Corn Muscles is getting his speed first, looks like.
Terran's got an orbital command, but no gas, so it looks like he is opting for some kind of either early aggression, fast expand. There it is.
Fast expand, you were right. Gasless, very popular. He's going to have to pump up more Marines if he wants to be here at the ramp.
Prime expecting some kind of early aggression. He's got quite a few Zerglings for this early in the game. Did not hatch first, and does have a spine crawler up. So he's going to be pretty safe from the early aggression that most likely isn't coming because the Terran player is fast expanding.
Now that could put Zerg behind because I'm really afraid for Zerg. Although that could really make Terran's day as well. There could be problems for them as well. So we'll see how it really transpires. The Lings are coming up to check out the wall.
Yep. He is making a Baneling nest, so he might be hoping to get a nice bust off. He did take a second gas, so if he was, it would be pretty all-in, considering he still hasn't expanded yet, and he's got 2 gas. Still on 1 base.
Early layer as well, which means Nidus maybe?
Mm-hmm. That's what I like to do. He put a hatch near his ramp. It's an interesting play. You can help block it off, but it's also not as natural, so it's going to be really difficult for him to transition out of this if it fails.
True. I've never seen that before. A hatch at the ramp.
Corn Muscles deciding to turtle up with his nice second orbital command, which is about to finish. Throwing down 2 bunkers in the front there, just wary of any kind of early Ling or Baneling pushes.
You're going to be pretty safe.
Speed just now finished for the Zerg player.
I think Corn's going to be pretty safe even with the 2 bunkers. I don't think speed will get crime anywhere right about now.
You can never go wrong with a bunker. I mean, you could just salvage it, get 75% of your minerals back. You're all good.
That's right. And bunkers give you a 1+ vision as well. So they really help. And it's coming up with 3 additional barracks here as well. Looks like it. So it's going to be sitting on 4 racks. So is this 4 racks aggression, I'm wondering?
I'd expect Korn to have a little bit more gas if he was going for that, so he could get some upgrades on his Marines or just infantry. But,
and we do see banelings in production. We also see the baneling speed, and we see the burrow as well. So yeah, it looks like the crime's going all in because he's not expanding. And we're at 8 minutes into the game. So.
Yeah, he just threw down an Evo chamber. I'm not sure if this game's going to last long enough for him to get any upgrades, though.
I don't believe it will. Although he's going to try a bust. That's for sure. How far it gets, we'll see. 2 Marines are gone out to see what's going on in the map. They see the lings.
They still don't see the extra lings and banelings at the watchtower. Oh, now they do. It's going to be very bad if the Zerg loses his banelings right now against just 2 Marines. Luckily for him, they didn't hit.
And he's going to try to get the bunkers.
You need at least 5
He's only got
banelings.
2 banes, so I don't think 2 banes is enough.
There we go. There's 6. That is enough to break 1 bunker and kill most of the Marines in it, because 5 will break the bunker. A 6th one will do some damage to the Marines and SCVs that are kind of chilling there. But I just don't think there's going to be enough to take out both these.
We have a factory coming down for Terran as well, and a starport.
Very interesting play from the Zerg here. If you look to the left at his natural, you'll see he is taking both extractors without yet expanding. That's always fun to see. Interesting new combinations from bronze players.
Okay, so he's taking the gases, but he's not expanding. Okay.
Right. So this is a lot better looking for the Zerg now over here at the front of the Terran's base. He just morphed several extra banelings, 9 to be exact. But the Terran is getting his starport medevacs, along with, I'm guessing, tank tech. Could be all over for the Zerg here.
Yeah, once tanks come out. Although those banelings are going to wreck the... There goes the bunkers and the Marines, but the SCVs stay alive.
Yeah, he's just going to get... He's got a medevac on the way. It's going to heal up them Marines. So unless this second bust that's coming from the Zerg can break through the Terran and destroy his remaining wall and his expansion, I doubt it's going to be anything.
And he's putting down 2 more bunkers, and now he's putting a supply wall up now. Plus bunkers. And the lings are just going to run in. There goes the Bane.
Rather opting to... Oh.
That's kind of waste of Banes, I'm thinking. He's not getting the economy at all.
Yep. See, Terran could lose a supply depot. He has the wherewithal to repair it. More lings incoming. Looks like Terran dropped his macro a little bit on the Marine production, and that's going to hurt him a lot. He's not building anything out of his advanced tech buildings, which could also put him in a bad position.
And he's losing SCVs right now. You can see 11, 12, 13 workers have been killed by Zerg. So I'm wondering how Korn's going to respond right now. He needs tanks.
Despite losing all the supply depots, he is still not supply blocked. I guess that's because he lost so many SCVs as well.
And Crime did decide, well, maybe I ought to expand now. So... took the gas first and then decided to lay a hatch. Kind of weird.
Oh, morphing the banelings. This is going to do a lot of damage unless Korn splits right now. He did not. There we go. At least this main wall is still up. He needs to get some SCVs over to repair it and make something out of that factory. You put the tech lab on it. but still nothing has been built.
Making it too easy for Zerg right now. Need tanks.
Zerg decided it wasn't worth it. Probably going to make some banelings. Prepare for another bust. Still hasn't saturated his natural, though. It's pretty much straight lings. I'd like to see some Hellions at this point. Because the Terran player has been scouting the enemy base with scans, and he's seen only lings.
Yeah, no roaches, no mitas, a layer, and upgrades, and 3 bases, 1 Mac Raj. Hasn't even saturated his natural yet.
Yep, the Terran is opting for a drop and is reestablishing his expansion at the same time. Very nice strategy. Very Terran-favored play here, where he flew his orbital command over the area that's covered by rocks, and it's now protected from ling run-bys. He hasn't yet started building any SCVs.
And there goes the baneling nest.
Yep.
He's working on the spawning pool.
Zerg still has a lot of forces outside of Terran's base, although he is returning them to help defend against this drop, but they're not going to be there anywhere near fast enough.
And that infestation pit's going to be going next.
And banelings are coming up to deal with this drop. If the Terran plays properly, he could put those in his medevacs and drop one at a time.
Nope,
he is
he's
actually
saying,
not even doing it. He's just
going to lift off. And those
queens, you better start dropping Marines right now. Oh, he loses a medevac full of Marines. That is always unpleasant. Still hasn't built anything at his new natural, but he is doing a lot better on his barracks and starport macro, although factory, it's a lonely little factory. Oh, there it goes. There's the siege tank. I've been waiting for it all game.
We still don't have... Okay, so workers killed. I'm kind of confused, because I thought he just killed a bunch of drones.
Most of them ran off to the natural.
Oh, okay. That's why.
He's moving out with 5 banelings. Always good to move out with 5 banelings. That can kill a wall and then do nothing.
And if he's got a tank or 2, that will actually do absolutely nothing. Again, siege. You got siege. Siege. What the hell are you doing?
Alright, the Terran has a lovely drop. And since the Zerg does not have any banelings, it looks like this game is going to be over pretty soon.
Yeah, no banelings anymore.
Interestingly enough, that spine crawler that he threw down at like 2 minutes has come in handy finally when the Marines got to the middle of the base. It just had to wait a nice 16 minutes to become useful.
And now he's just getting the queen, and the second queen has to vacate.
If you look at the natural for Terran, there is 7 mules there. That's just like that mule song you just played.
Oh yeah, okay. Just muling like no others. And I don't see Zerg coming back from this.
Absolutely not. He's got a queen, hatch, that's about it. He had an overseer, he could have been gooping it up with contaminate or changelings, but he just left it dormant for most of the match.
Well, now the drones are running for their lives. To where are they
Terran
going
doesn't even
to
opt
go?
to chase him.
He doesn't have to.
Hidden hatch, but he did see the direction the drones were going in, and he does have scans. So I doubt the Zerg's going to last much longer. He's moving a small force up there. Oh, and he just sent him to the minerals, so they're coming back for punishment.
Bye-bye, drones.
Yep, there's
And
the GG.
that's GG. Well, interesting play.
It was really looking Terran favored at the start there. It was nice to see some interesting comebacks from the Zerg, although in the end it just wasn't enough to hold off the drop play and clinch him the victory.
But